Alrighty, folks, welcome to the program for Tuesday, October 21st, 2025. Happy Tuesday to you. Hopefully you had a great start to the new week. If you're joining me for the first time here today, my name is Brock Page. I've been dishing out free sports picks on YouTube since 2016. And if you want to see which one of the free picks on this video here today that I actually like the best, you may want to think about signing up for my Gold Club membership. I'll explain a little bit more about all that at the end of the video. But yes, one of the free plays on this video, they're actually being featured as today's Gold Club tier membership play. And with that, folks, let's go ahead and dive into some free content. We're actually going to start off with the Oilers taking on the Senators. That's going to be a 7 o'clock Eastern puck drop. Edmonton's the $1.35 favorite, total 6 goals. Looks like Stu Skinner in the net for the Oilers. Linus Ullmark for Ottawa. And I'll tell you what, these Senators' offensive lines are getting over 31 pucks on net a game. It's actually a top 10 goal-scoring team at the moment. Shane Pinto with 7 goals thus far in the year. That's actually tied for the league lead. Meanwhile, Sanderson and Cousins, they've got double-digit points between the both of them. They're going to face an Edmonton squad who actually lost their last 3 straight, allowed 13 total goals during that short span. So needless to say, they've been struggling defensively. And listen, no real surprise, all 3 of those games I just mentioned did get over the posted total, depending on where you shopped at. Meanwhile, Ottawa on the other side, they saw overs in all of their contests except for one. I like the Senators plus $1.15 over 6. Devils, Maple Leafs, 7 o'clock East. Toronto's $1.20, total 6. Anthony Stolarz for Toronto. Jake Allen for New Jersey. And we're looking at 2 clubs who've had little problem scoring goals this season. The Devils are in the top 5 in goals per game. Leafs getting nearly 30 pucks on net per contest. William Nylander, 11 points on the year already. Austin Matthews with a handful of goals. Meanwhile, on the other side of things, Jasper Bratt leads the Devils in points. Jack Hughes with 3 goals, 3 assists. Now, 3 out of New Jersey's last 5 contests did get over the total. Toronto games went 4-2 to the over this season themselves. And when it comes to selecting a winner in this one, this game is being featured as today's daily best play on my premium page. It's just 6 cents a day for 30 days worth of access. But as far as making a free play is concerned, I like the over 6. Next matchup, Sharks, Islanders, 7 o'clock East. New York's the $2.20 favorite, total 6.5. Ilya Sorokin for New York, Yaro Askarov for San Jose. Now, Yaro comes into today's matchup with a save percentage of just .833. The Sharks have yet to record a W on the season. And a lot of that's on the defensive effort, or lack thereof. The Sharks allow 36 shots on goal a game, giving up more goals per contest than any other team. And unfortunately for them, the Isles get a ton of pucks on net. They're averaging over 31 shots on goal a game. Bo Horvat, handful of goals on the year. He's a +5 already. And speaking of plus-minus, John Druin's a +5 himself. Now, total-wise, the Isles saw overs in all of their contests except for one. Sharks with overs in 3 out of their last 5. I like the Islanders -1.5, over 6.5 goals. Next matchup, Kraken, Capitals, 7 o'clock East. Washington's -270, total 6. Logan Thompson for the Caps, Phil Grubauer for the Kraken. Now, the Kraken, Seattle, they're in the second of a back-to-back here this evening. They were just in Philly last night, and they actually took the loss in 3 out of their last 4 games. Now, when it comes to offensive production, the Kraken's had all kinds of problems late in games. They're actually in the bottom 5 in third period scoring. They're facing a Washington club who's been tough to score against themselves. They're actually giving up under 2.1 goals a game. Netminder Logan Thompson, he's got a .922 save percentage. Defenseman Jacob Chychrun's a +6. Washington with unders against the likes of the Lightning, Rangers, and Bruins. I like Washington minus 1.5, under 6. Canucks, Penguins, 7 o'clock East. Both clubs are minus $1.10, pretty much a coin flip. Total 6. Artur Silovs for the Pens, Thatcher Demko for Vancouver. And both clubs come into today's contest with a 4-2 record on the year. Very good production out of their goaltenders. Vancouver's Thatcher Demko, he's got a .228 goals against average, save percentage of .922. Meanwhile, Pittsburgh's Artur Silovs, well, he's putting up similar numbers, and he's recorded a shutout already through just a few starts. Pittsburgh with unders against the likes of the Sharks and Rangers. Vancouver with unders against Chicago and Edmonton. I like the under 6. Panthers, Bruins, 7:30 East. Florida's $1.65. Totals 5.5. Sergei Bobrovsky for the Panthers. Jeremy Swayman for Boston. Swayman's got a goals against average in the 2s. Save percentage of .917. And the Bruins have actually done a nice job on the penalty kill. They've certainly been on it enough this year. They're getting plenty of practice. They're in the top 10 in fewest power play goals allowed. And they're facing a Florida squad who's had a tough time scoring goals here recently. They're averaging only 1.1 goals a game in their last 4 outings. No real surprise, took the loss in all of those contests. And no real shock here. Florida is currently a bottom 3 goal-scoring team. Now, 5 out of their last 7 did stay under the total. Boston with unders against Utah, Colorado, and Buffalo. I like the Bruins plus 1.5, under 5.5 goals. Ducks, Preds, 8 o'clock East. Nashville's minus 130. Total is 6. UC Soros for the Predators. Lucas Dostal for Anaheim. Of course, both squads with their fair share of problems offensively. Anaheim's having a tough time offensively late in games. They're in the bottom 10 in third period scoring. Meanwhile, the Predators on the other side, well, they're averaging under 2.6 goals a game themselves. When it comes to the total, all of the Predators' games this season stayed under the number except for 1. 3 out of the Ducks' last 5 fell under the line as well. I like the under 6. Blue Jackets Stars, 8 o'clock East. Dallas is $1.95. Total 6.5. Jake Ottinger for the Stars. Elvis Merzlikins for Columbus. Elvis comes into today's start with a save percentage of .920. Blue Jackets getting a ton of shots on goal on offense. They're actually getting over 31 pucks on net a game. Kirill Marchenko, handful of goals on this season. Voronkov with a handful of points. He's actually a +5. They're facing a Dallas squad who lost their last 2 straight. A little bit shaky on defense. The Stars are in the bottom 10 in goals allowed, giving up 31 shots on goal a game. Stars with overs in their 2 contests at home this year. 4-1 of the over for the entire season. I like Columbus plus 1.5, over 6.5 goals. Kings Blues, 8 o'clock East. Detroit's $1.30. Totals 5.5. Jordan Binnington for the Blues. Anton Forsberg for Los Angeles. Now, Forsberg's got a goals against average of .389, save percentage of .880. And as a team, the Kings have definitely struggled on the defensive end of the ice. They're in the bottom 5 in goals allowed per game. They're facing a St. Louis squad who actually does the majority of their scoring in the second period. They're in the top 10 in second period goals. Jake Neighbors with a handful of goals on the year. Jimmy Snuggerud with a handful of points. But even if the Blues end up having a tough day offensively, they've got a good one in the crease in Jordan Binnington. Couple of wins on the year for him. Goals against average of .281. When it comes to the total, the Blues did see overs in 3 out of their last 5. Kings with overs in 2 out of their last 3 on the road. I like St. Louis minus 130, over 5.5. And with that, folks, we're going to jump into our next and final breakdown for the video. Avalanche, Mammoth, 10 o'clock East. Colorado's $1.35, total 6 goals. Scotty Wedgwood in net for the Avs. Karel Vejmelka for Utah. And even though Karel's looked pretty good, Utah has not been overly prolific on the offensive end of the ice. They're averaging only 2.8 goals a game, bottom 10 in third period shots. And they're facing a Colorado squad who's definitely been tough to score goals against. As a matter of fact, the Avs give up fewer goals a game than any other team. Scotty Wedgwood, he's 5-0 in the crease with a save percentage of .938. Defenseman Cale Makar is a +8 already himself. Now, total-wise, both teams did see unders in 5 out of their last 6, respectively. Avs with unders in all of their road games. I like Colorado -135, under 6. And with that, folks, now it's time for our quick pick recap. I like the Senators plus $1.15 over 6. Give me the over 6 in that Devils Maple Leafs matchup. Islanders -1.5 over 6.5. Capitals -1.5 under 6. Give me the under 6 in that Canucks Penguins game. Bruins +1.5 under 5.5 goals. Give me the under 6 Ducks Predators. Blue Jackets +1.5 over 6.5. Blues -130 over 5.5. Give me the Avalanche -135 under 6. And with that, folks, that's going to do it for me. Don't forget to check me out on my premium page. And if you do end up getting a membership here today on my premium site, just a friendly reminder, you're going to get access to that membership every single day for the next 30 days. And as an added bonus, you're also going to get access to all of my cheaper memberships during that time frame, absolutely free. It's going to be included with your membership. Of course, that's why I always tell folks that Gold Club package, it's a full access, all-inclusive membership. But most importantly, folks, gotta thank you for joining me right here on the free video. Really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. And with that said, happy Tuesday to you. Best of luck to you. And I look forward to seeing you later on today on my premium page.